Hello, everybody, and thank you for watching episode 2 of Waiting to Exhale Parenting Edition. This isn't officially a full episode. This is another introductory episode, so to speak. So, the point of the podcast is we're basically talking about children, how to raise them, realizing that we are the adults now. So, it would be hypocritical of me to ask about you guys' children or anything with your family and not introduce my own. So I'm going to take today to introduce my oldest daughter, Jayla. Today's her birthday. So happy birthday, Jayla. She's 16 today. So we are going to introduce her. And while I'm introducing Jayla and answering questions about how it all started with motherhood, y'all can do the same with y'all first child. And then I'm going to roll out episodes for each child. I have 4. So if you have 4 with me, you could do one at a time. So in the comments, comment any information you feel comfortable sharing, basically. So like maybe your child's name. But we'll go over everything. And also, while you're here, double check to see if you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the notifications because I will be dropping episodes every Sunday. These Thursday episodes or any one-off episode will be special because of whatever the occasion. Today, the occasion is Jayla. So, Jayla is my first child again. I had her at 17, got pregnant at 16. And do I want to say I was scared? I don't think I was scared. It was unexpected. And if I'm being honest, I didn't even have time to react because, no, I was scared of telling my mama. I wasn't scared about the pregnancy. I wasn't scared of having a baby. I wasn't scared about getting fat. I was scared to tell mama. So, me and my friends, when I thought I was pregnant, me and my friends, we walked to the dollar store, bought a pregnancy test. And they need to put rules on pregnancy tests because, I guess not everybody can get pregnant, whatever. But people 18 and older should have to buy a pregnancy test. Because if you under 18 needing a pregnancy test, an adult needs to come buy that test for you. So that way, your mama can know. And I'm only saying it now because I'm a mama. Because when I was 16 buying the pregnancy test, I would have been mad if I had needed an 18-year-old. But anyway. So we got the test. Took it. I was pregnant. I can't remember their reaction. It was just like a quietness. And I don't even remember. Because I can't remember yesterday. But the first person I told was my grandma. And I didn't even have to tell her. I went in there smiling, probably a fake smile. And I said, guess what? She turned and she looked at me disgusted, but kind of like with a smile. She like, you pregnant. I'm like, how did you know? But my grandma, whatever, I live with her and she know me. So, yeah, so I told her, so she was like, well, and my grandma, every time somebody in my family got pregnant, she called them loose booty. And I laugh, make jokes, talk. And of course, before she gave me the lecture, she made a little joke, like, well, I guess now you loose booty now. But, so we talked about how we was going to tell my mama, if we was going to tell her. Ain't no if, actually, because my grandma was against abortions, which made me against abortions. She was always tell me, like, I love you. I'll never do anything, like, as far as neglecting you or be mad at you. The only 2 things that I would be is if you ever put your hands on your mother and if you ever have an abortion. So I idolized my grandma. Anything she said was law. So that's why I was against abortion. That's why that didn't even come in my head. But so we told my mama, of course. I ain't gonna say of course, because maybe everybody's mama ain't dramatic like mine, but mine was. Fast forward, we might tell that story another day. But anyway, so boom, I'm pregnant. And mama like, no, you ain't, or you ain't about to be for long. I'm like, who? So she took me to, I want to say Summit. She took me somewhere. And I don't know if I was crying, but I know I was sad. And the doctor, he said, he pulled me to the side like, she can't make you lay on this table. My sadness went away. But I'm willing to fight. Nah, I want to fight with mama. But, I'm willing to stand my ground now because I don't want this abortion. I don't want that done to my body. This doctor just told me that legally my mother cannot, because I was about to be 17, Like legally, my mother cannot make me get this abortion. So boom, okay, now I'm chilling here. You could talk to you blue in the face. I'm about to walk out here with this baby still. Oh my god. But okay, now I got the baby. Had her. My pregnancy. So I was it was my senior year. I never planned on dropping out of school. I didn't have an issue with school. I was smart, still going to school. I was late a lot. I used to go to Coney Island, L. George's on Evergreen, Joy Road. I had a teacher. I can't remember her name. First hour. But every time she used to tell me, like, she used to then let me in if I was late. So if I left out the house and I knew I was going to be late, I would go to Coney Island because I'm not about to be late and hungry and miss class. That was dumb. But anyway, I'm getting off me. So my pregnancy was cool. I didn't have like no complications. I did gain 60 pounds. And if I'm honest, I ain't lost it for real since. But it was worth it for sure. What else? While I was pregnant, I didn't have baby names. I knew I wanted her name to start with a J because her dad's name started with a J. So I kind of wanted to have the same initials or similar, but because her middle name don't. So that's how her name came about. And again, as I'm talking and answering these questions, just reminisce on your first pregnancy. Hopefully it was good. Your baby name, stuff like that. I think like sometimes we forget why we had these kids or, the good times. So let's try to go all the way back. Remember the good times. Remember why they're here. Jayla, she was a good kid. Like she didn't cry. She was just literally like a doll. And I think that's why I wanted more kids, or maybe that's why I didn't have such a hard time. So it could be one or two things. Either she was a really good kid, which that's what I'm gonna bet on. I'm gonna bet on she was a really good kid because she is still now. But it also could have been my mindset of I don't care whether she good or bad. This is mine, and I don't want to complain. I don't want to ask for help because all these people said I was gonna do that. I don't like when people try to guess how I'm gonna be. So I made sure I wasn't a statistic. I graduated high school still. But like February my senior year, my counselor, I guess she was telling me wobbling around like, well, your grade point average is this, and you can stay home the rest of the year, just pick up your work, when you can, and turn it back in before the end of the year. Do y'all think I did that? When I left school in February, my grade point average was like a 3.3. 3.8. I didn't do no work, pick up no work, none of that. My last report card was a 1.7 or a 1.4. Lowest report card I ever got in my life. But my overall average still stayed high, which I cared about because I did plan on going to college after having her. But again, another story, whatever. Anywho. So yeah, she was a good kid, and I just made sure that I just wasn't a statistic and she wasn't a product from a statistical being, if y'all get what I'm trying to say. Because, sometimes if you see a kid or how they are raised, you could be like, oh, you could tell that mama young. You could tell she ain't know. Like that. I don't want nobody to ever look at Jayla and think that. And I can honestly say at 16 years old and the way that she's going now, I wouldn't think nobody would assume that she has come from a 16-year-old mom or 17-year-old mom. Having a kid, did it change me? I'm not sure if it changed me because I feel like I was always mature, but it did make me be more protective. I remember I got into it with my cousin boyfriend. He was taking pictures, and I promise y'all he was taking pictures of Jayla. I walked up to him like, can I see your phone? No, he had a camera. I'm like, can I see your camera? He was like, why? I'm like, cuz you take pictures of my baby. And this was Facebook, I think stuff was just coming out. And I didn't want her on the internet. Or at least I didn't want her on the internet until I put her on there. Or if I give y'all permission. Because this mine. Because what you doing? So he like, I'm taking pictures of the flowers on the table or whatever. Those flowers are fake. Let me see your phone. Like, I literally made a big deal to the point, like, my aunties and mom and them coming over, like, what's going on? So I'm like, he is taking pictures of my baby, and I didn't tell him he can't, da-da-da. I didn't think he was on no pervy stuff, but it was just a point that you're getting pictures without my permission. So, anyway, he deleted the pictures. But anyway, that is to say how I think having a kid changed me, especially at a young age. I feel like I just got more serious, more protective, ready for the war. ready for the world. I feel like having a kid young made me feel like I had a point to prove. Um, if I'm still proving it, I don't know, but she's good. So yeah, that is it for now. That's all I have as far as introducing her without going into too much more detail. So if you watch to the end, this next part will be just a little mini 2 or 3 questions that me and Jayla sat on the couch and talked a little bit just to see how she's feeling today on her birthday. And yeah, like and subscribe again and share, comment. Let me know how your first experience was, or if you don't have any kids, do you have any baby ideas, any names set out, stuff like that. I always got an afterthought. It's something I forgot to say. Um, so number one, I want to say that this podcast does not promote teen pregnancy, but also we don't shun anybody. So, oh, but what I forgot to mention, it's funny in hindsight because I did it to my mother. But if Jayla or any of my kids do it to me, I don't know. But so when I was talking about the whole going to Summit situation, I'm not sure if this happened before or after we went to Summit, but I, the daughter, at the time I was the child, went on my mother's computer, used her electricity, turned the computer on, used the ink that she bought and the paper she bought, and I printed out pictures of aborted babies. Yes, they were very graphic. Not only did I print those out using her materials, I taped them to her wall. I don't remember if I put a note or said like this is what you want your grandchild to be or something like that. And all I remember is doing it. And if I'm honest, I don't know the aftermath of what happened. I do know I didn't get beat or hit or nothing like that because those times I do remember. But that just was thinking about it, and since I've been talking about it, like lately, just reminiscing. That's so crazy for me to do that. Like, who I thought I was. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, Jill.
Hey,
Happy birthday.
thank you.
You're welcome. So do you want to ask me questions first, or you want me to go?
I want you to go.
All right. I'm not even prepared. I forgot. So you won't notice, but since I was, do you think you could feel a difference, um, based off me being a teen mom, like having you when you was a teenager?
Yeah,
Do you feel that, if that makes sense? It do make sense.
yeah,
Okay, and you do feel it.
yeah.
How so?
Um,
You don't have to explain
I don't
very
really know
well.
how to explain it. Like, I don't really know.
Is it because do is it anything to do with how I act? Like, do you think I act like a young person or a younger person? Like not like a older mom or something? Like what
I mean,
characteristic?
yes, but I mean, obviously, you at your age.
Okay, that's good. Right. Okay, so you are 16 now.
Mm,
So on every birthday, my grandma used to ask us, "Do we feel any different?" So do you feel any different?
no.
That's the point. Every time she asks that, we say no. She laughed like, "Duh," because it's only another day, but it's not. It's your birthday. Um, I don't know that. I don't think I got much. Um, what's your grade point average?
A 4.0.
Do you have any tattoos?
Yes,
Do you have any piercings?
yes,
Do you wear belly shirts?
yes.
Okay. That was just the point that she has a 4.0 and get all those things. Oh, and lashes that y'all think teenagers shouldn't have. And she's doing great. Um, I don't know. I don't really have too much. Go ahead. Oh, you prepared.
No, I'm just gonna ask you the question in the bed had.
Okay.
I gotta find it. It was what was one expectation that you had as a teen mom that was completely different? Like once you actually had your kid.
Let me see. I don't know if I really had any expectations. Because since I got little sisters, I feel like I knew what it was to take care of a person. So I think that parenting is being able to um efficiently take care of another human being. So I knew I had that skill. I thought it was gonna be harder than it was, but because of people knowing that I don't know, I think because people was expecting me to fail or needed help, I did better than I even thought. So any negative expectations wasn't set. So
I don't really have no other questions.
um, I guess that's it then. No more, not even one question. Nothing you ever wondered. Nothing about my childhood. Nothing about the future. Oh, I do have another question for you, matter of fact.
Alright.
If you can remember, what is the what's the rule when you leave? When you move out of here, what is the communication rule?
At least once a week. That's what that's I thought that's what it was.
No. Yeah, one more time.
Every other day?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No.
Okay, for safety reasons. So even if it starts to like you go longer than even if you go longer than one day without talking to me, eventually you'll get there. But just for safety reasons, I feel like me and you and even with your friends, I got my sister's mama. It's just a safety thing. So if you do anything out of the norm, say like if you don't text me for 2 days, Jayla, no, she wouldn't text me. She would not text me for 2 days. So okay, now I'm the no on the shake. So I feel like once you are out of here, I feel like once you are out of here, you should hold on expectations. Um oh, the reason for you having to call is to set up any a routine. So like I said, if y'all ain't talk to you for 3 days, that's not normally what you do. I'm gonna do a wellness shake. Keep your location on. Not because I want to be nosy in business and all that and check you. I want to make sure you're okay. Just like when you go in certain places, I want to know what route you take. So if I'm up watching the news, I can say, "Oh, Jill take that way when she goes so and so. Let me make sure she's good." Um. So what about when you leave for school? How do you feel? Do you feel that I have prepared you enough to deal with the outside world by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Because I think that, but I still get scared. Well, I don't get scared actually. I get sad. Do you think that like do that ever like dang I'm about to be even though it's a year from now, but I'm about to be out on my own. I'm not these people who I saw every day I'm not gonna see every day no more. Well, if face in the in the flesh. Do you think about that?
Wait, what's the question?
Do you think about how you won't see us every day no more, but you after seeing us every day for 17 years, and then you don't see us every day no more, do you think that will affect you anyway? Or are you preparing yourself for that?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, you still got another year to start. Um, what else? School. Have you been thinking about it since your tour?
But
Your your school, your college, since your HBCU tour.
yeah, but I still don't know.
Think you go to Spelman?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Let's go.